I will save money to open my own company. It's so obvious that it is long-term goal. Why? Because you're going to open a company, which means you need a huge amount of money, which takes more than 4 to 5 years to save money. Last but not least, I will learn Spanish language. Short-term goal. It's not necessarily that you will learn this language in a month, or let's say you will be fluent in a year, but it's possible for you to learn within a year. It's not going to take 4 to 5 years. That's the main concept here. Now, let's move to the second objective of today, which is the layout of writing about short and long-term goals. Let's see together. How many paragraphs do you think we're going to have? This is a bit different from the other writings because it's listing points. Let me clarify that. We start at the introduction or the first paragraph. You're going to state the main topic in a form of a heading. Pay attention to the word heading. You will have a heading or a main idea. This is the main idea, current year goals. You will just write this and you'll start at the second paragraph, which is, you will list at least 3 goals for this year and the specific steps that you're going to take in order to achieve or reach this goal. Pay attention, my dear students. You're going at least to specify 3 short-term goals. You may ask now, is it okay if I mention 4 short-term goals? Yes, you're able to do that, but it shouldn't be less than 3 short-term goals. And you're going to mention number 1, number 2, and number 3. You have to list them in 3 or 4 points. Plus, I want you to pay attention to this. You will write the specific steps or the procedure that you are going to take in order to reach this goal or in order to achieve this aim. For example, I want to learn English. I want to improve my English. Okay, that's the goal. Where's the procedure? You have to specify. In order to do that, I will read more books, I will watch more movies, I will listen to English music. It depends on whatever you want to do, my dear students. Let's move to the final paragraph here. You're going to list 1 long-term goal you want to reach in the next 5 years, or it could take more than 5 years. For example, here where you have to mention being a student that you want to be, for example, write about your future job. Maybe you want to be a teacher, maybe you want to be a doctor. It depends on what's your plan, or it could be any other long-term goal. So it will be only 1, and you will mention it, then you are done. Let's see a structure. Now, we're going to write about our future goals. You could have your papers or you could write notes. You can mention anything you want in your papers and then check with the slideshows. So, write about your goals. Let's start with the heading, as I've mentioned at the layout, current year goals. It has to be minimum 3. So I have 1, 2, 3. Let's start with the first one. I will develop my reading skill in English. Now, this is the aim. To do this, here is the procedure. Pay attention. I will read stories and novels in English. Also, I will read newspapers and online blogs in English only. This is my procedure in order to achieve my goal, which is developing my reading skill. Full stop, let me move to the next one. I will score higher marks in mathematics. Now let's leave the English subject aside and let's move to another subject, which is the mathematics. Okay, it could be replaced with any subject from your choice. Now, how am I going to achieve this goal? I have a procedure, which is I will plan a studying schedule to revise all the required skills each day. This is my procedure. And again, I'm bringing to your attention that it could be different. This is not the only procedure that you have to stick to, but this is just a suggestion or an option for you to write later on. Let's move to the last short-term goal, which is I will learn Spanish. Is it necessary to write Spanish? No. You can write any other language that you are looking for. Now, how am I going to learn Spanish? To do this, I have to write a procedure. Let's see. To do this, I will watch more Spanish movies and concentrate on the pronunciation. Moreover, I will download an application for teaching Spanish language. So, I have mentioned two procedures on how I will learn Spanish language. I hope it's clear. You can write down any note. Moving to the long-term goal. Don't forget, it has to be in a heading. Then here you have to write your long-term goal. One is enough. Let's see. My long-term goal is to become a nurse. Now, this is one of the jobs that you could be at the future. So, if you want to be a nurse, what are the things that you have to do in order to be a nurse? Let's see. Is to become a nurse at one of the local hospitals in my country. How are you going to be a nurse at one of the local hospitals? I will apply for a scholarship to study nursing in one of the famous universities. This is number one. And I will study hard to become what I am aiming for. So I've mentioned two ways or two procedures on how to achieve my main goal, which is to become a nurse in the far future, because it's long-term goal, as I have said before. If I did this full stop, and I am done. This is very easy writing, just has simple points and you're done. Now, as we do every time, I will give you a simple task to do after learning the lesson. You will write about your short-term goals as well as one long-term goal. You may refer to your book, Project Success 1, English 802, page 106. Don't forget, my dear students, to include details about how to achieve each goal. We come to the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it and it was useful to you. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Goodbye.